Happy Monday, you guys. So today I was thinking about things that I think Courtney has really been talking about a lot lately, and something that I really want to get better at and implement, and that is systems. Obviously, we were talking about like yesterday how if you have a hobby, it is when you have time for it. If you're working in like a business, you are being intentional and efficient in your time. How many times has someone asked you, like, what is your Thrive experience? Or what has this product done for you? Or whatever. And then you spend, 6 minutes sending voice clips over and over and over, repeating the exact same thing over and over and over. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but let's say you have a super busy day and you don't want to sound rushed. You want to make sure that your customers or even potential customers feel like you're taking the time out, because realistically, this is your business. So a week ago or so, Courtney did um yes, typing it 45 times. I refuse to type it. Okay. If you can't listen later. I refuse to type it. So about a week ago, Courtney did a like flash challenge thing in Thrive Army. And one of the challenges was to record a 3-minute video of your Thrive experience to have on hand so that you can send it or you can post it in your stories or whatever you want to do with it. That is extremely efficient. And I noticed as everyone was competing and not competing, but you know what I mean, doing this challenge, everybody was kind of like, I feel like it's so raw. I feel like maybe my points aren't there, or maybe it's just all over the place or whatever. So then I got to thinking, a couple months ago when we were having boot camp, someone did a like work with me late at night and I hopped on. It was a sister leg, and she was talking about how you do 3 points before, 3 pivot points, and then 3 points after. And that way people, 3 is a good number because people are not feeling overwhelmed that you are telling them all these life changes you've made. You know what I mean? You're giving them 3 things you can relate to that you had before Thrive, 3 things that were like the pivot points, and then 3 things you have while you're thriving. And I think that during a 3-minute video is extremely important, because that is going to give them something that clicks to them. If you tell them just how you feel now, they can't relate to that. But they can relate to how you felt before. So doing a 3-minute video would be or even a voice clip. I know Courtney said iPhone has a feature where you can record voice. I don't have an iPhone, so I guess I'm gonna be they just gonna have to stare at my face. But the point of it is that what if once a week, exactly. So what if once a week or even twice a week, you had this video and you decided to put it in your stories? That's something that you don't have to sit down and record every time you want to talk about your Thrive experience. That's something that you can just throw in there maybe once a week or whatever. And Krista said free conference call HD is also where you can record your experience. So that is another one. But I feel like, and I've even experienced this, and that's why when I messaged Heather this morning, I was like, I really think talking about how we can be more efficient in telling our story. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried to record yourself and you kind of get like hot and sweaty and feel like your heart's going to jump out your chest because you don't know what to say. You're like, I know I was going to record myself, but now I don't know what to say. Like I'm sitting here and I'm just stuttering and clumsy. Think about 3 things that you had before Thrive. Mine were, I was exhausted, I had no motivation, and I slept like crap. Like I never slept. And I can tell you, having 2 toddlers and not sleeping is awful. Then you do your 3 pivot points. So believe it or not, a lot of people right now are tired. They can't sleep and they have no motivation because they've been in quarantine for a year. So those things are relatable. And then talk about your pivot points. So my pivot point was me being exhausted all day long. I couldn't keep up with my kids. I was forcing them to nap just so I could nap. And then that created a lot of tension in my household, because what if toddlers don't go down for a nap? Mama can't be exhausted. Not sleeping well. And my big thing with not sleeping well was not having the energy the next day. I mean, you literally, it's like a domino effect. You don't sleep well at night, all day you're grumpy, you're taking it out on the people that are closest to you, which usually is your spouse, your kids, whatever. And then you're not sleeping well the next night either. So it's just a constant, and eventually you're just like, what gives? So talk about those pivot points and then talk about after thrive. So now I sleep like a baby. I don't even need recharge now to sleep because this system has given me the benefit of great sleep. I wake up refreshed. And if you are not putting that in your experience, if that was a main thing that got you to thrive, then that needs to be there, because there are a lot of people that struggle with sleep, and melatonin and all that doesn't work and they feel like giving up. Another thing is, if you were a toddler mom, or if you're a mom in general, you need to focus on that. There are so many moms right now that feel like they're not doing enough. They feel like they're just at their wits' end because they're trying so hard and not getting anywhere, spinning your wheels. So 3 before, 3 pivots, 3 after, record it on a video. The best part about a video is the fact that if you screw up, delete it and start over. But don't delete it to a point where you feel like it has to be perfect, because one, no one wants perfect. No one wants perfect. You want to be relatable, but desirable. You want to be relatable to their issues they have now, but you want your now to be what they desire. So recording that and getting that into your stories once a week, being able to have a voice clip that you already have, and you can just say, when someone's like, oh, well, what is your experience? You can go and you can send that to them. That just took like 3 minutes out of your day. And 3 minutes might not sound like much, but 3 minutes you could be folding laundry, or 3 minutes that you could be doing something else. 3 minutes you could be getting RCMs in. And you're not like trying to focus on everything else around you and talk. The next thing, the other system that I want to talk about today was mainly, it's Monday. Tracy talks about all the time how she checks in with her customers. If you are focusing on customer retention, which I hope all of us are, make sure you're building a relationship with your customers and have a system for that. Because if you don't have a system, you're also going to be spinning your wheels. You're going to feel like, okay, well, I messaged this person. Oh, crap, I forgot didn't message this person. You want to make sure you have a system. So if you set aside 30 minutes to go through your current customers and message them on Monday, then do that. If you don't have 30 minutes, break it up into 2 15s. If you set aside a day to say, okay, this is my customer retention day, this is my, like double RCM day, whatever, make sure you're standing strong in what you're planning, because you want to make sure that everything you're doing is intentional. We want to make sure that everyone feels like they are not just a number. We don't want them to feel like they're left out. And then the third thing that we had talked about this morning was mainly getting, your time blocking straight. Tracy went over that. She goes over it every Sunday at 2. And making sure that if it's something, if you feel like you didn't really get anything done today, we got to figure something out, because every single day you should feel productive. You should want to show that off. If you are up at 8 o'clock and you've already gotten the dishes done, the kids fed, them dressed, out the door, please document that. Stories are so important because people are watching them. Even if they don't respond, they're still watching them. Show that off. So very, very, very efficient is going to also be getting things in place. Like, I know we talked about the 3-minute video, but having that is going to save you so much time. I mean, so much time. So I'm going to be working on that. I know that not everyone is like super open about their Thrive experience as some of us. But I think it'd be really cool if we did like record the video to even send it in Thrive Army, and let other people hear your experience. Even, it doesn't have to be a live interview, but like see how other people are doing it, kind of brainstorm. We're all a team. So if anyone on here does record it and feels comfortable enough sending it in Thrive Army, I feel like that would be very, like kind of eye-opening that we are doing this. We are trying to implement new systems and implement things. Another thing, I don't know if you guys know, but if your thing pops up that you have a new customer, which I'm hoping y'all are checking your customer lists every day. You can go into your back office, click my team, my customers, and the way that it shows up is newest signed up to oldest. You can toggle it to A to Z, Z to A, but when it first pops up, it's newest to oldest. Let's say you log in today and you have a new name that you've never talked to before. That person likely found you on like the Lavelle website. They went looking up Thrive and your name popped up. They got kind of put with you. I've had this happen before, and this girl did order. The best thing is having a system when you see that, immediately send them an email. It's going to give you their email. Immediately send them an email. And I know Courtney shared her. She had a random sign up the other day. The girl ordered minutes later, and then she was already put in her text message system. I do not have a text message system, but I immediately emailed them, introduced myself, be you. And, whatever, make sure that they know you're there to answer questions. Make sure that you are there for not making them feel like their questions are dumb. And I get people that tell me that all the time, is like, I hate to keep bothering you. This is my job. Keep bothering me. So if you have a new person pop up, you've never talked to them before, it is random, but make sure you have that email sent out like immediately. It takes 2 seconds. And then when they respond, you can definitely add them on Facebook. I usually ask in the first thing, I'm really, active on Facebook. Do you mind if I add you? And I'm already searching their name in the meantime, because I want to know who they are, how I can relate to them, because you need to find out why they need Thrive. So the biggest thing today was systems. If today you guys decide to record your 3-minute experience and you send it in Thrive Army, I feel like that would be amazing. Find your customers if they're random and get those messages sent, because we don't want them to just slip through the cracks. So Heather, do you have anything you want to say, or anyone in general, that you find your systems are working really well?
I think that, just bouncing off of what you said, like, I think it's something that gets lost on us all to record our experience, like she said, in a voice clip or in a video or somehow. I know that when I was talking to Courtney's My Upline, when I was talking to Courtney about Thrive, she sent me lots of Dropbox links, and that's where I listened and was incredibly intrigued in the opportunity and incredibly intrigued in any and all of it, what it had done for her. So when I look back at my own experience and see that her being able to just shoot me a link and say, let me know when you've listened and if you have any questions, it was just something that made it really simple for her, that she didn't have to spend 15 minutes voice clipping back and forth. And I know that saved her a lot of time. And obviously now I know that she did that with a lot of people. Just having those links available, but I think we don't realize how much time that can save us after a handful of customers even. So definitely look into those options and figure out how to do that to benefit yourself and save yourself all of that time. And once you do nail down your story and get it the way you want it, you're never going to have to worry about forgetting that you left a certain important part out. Maybe even record a couple different versions, one where you're talking about the impact on motherhood, or another where just your energy levels or your mood or whatever, so that depending on what their story is and how to be relatable to them, you can send them that specific clip. Beyond that, I think, you said everything that needed to be said. So.
And I really do think, if you guys are ever finding things that are working really well for you, don't keep it to yourself. Talk to us in Thrive Army. If you guys ever want to speak on this Zoom, please let us know. Because if you are finding something that you're having extreme success with, you could potentially help the next promoter find something that works for them. And that's what we're here for. So if anyone that is on the Zoom speak on this Zoom at all, in the future, or even if I'm talking, if we're, me or Heather or whatever is talking about something and you guys have ideas or whatever, you can definitely put in the chat, hey, I've got something I want to say. And, you know, we can kind of let you talk about whatever it is. Don't be shy. We're all here to help each other. And I hope that I see some faces in video form today. I'm going to try and get mine done and send it in there. So you guys, if we can work together, that would be, I mean, that's what we're here for. So I hope everyone has an efficient Monday and you guys get some new customers and retain the ones you have. And we will see you guys next Monday on right here. Same number, same time. Okay. Say bye.